Now, back to Miller on Sports, the show that puts pro in sports. Everything else is just talk.
Miller on Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. You can always find me on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out at Miller on Sports. I've got two guests in studio joining me on this Tuesday afternoon for 1600 The Beach. We've got Carter Cox and Amy Pope joining me. How y'all doing? And thank you for joining me in studio today.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Excellent. Now, Carter, I heard about you, I guess it was maybe a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago at the Jacksonville Giants summer camp. From what I've heard, you're pretty darn good at basketball.
Yeah, I started when I was 3, and
You just fell in love with it from the beginning?
yeah.
Okay. Now, 3 years old. At that point, I'm assuming, Mom, that the basketball was probably bigger than he was.
It was, but he was determined to get it in that hoop, and he did.
So you've been playing now for about 7 years. How did you enjoy the Jacksonville Giants camp?
It was really fun. We did a bunch of activities, and we learned some stuff, and we played a lot of scrimmages.
How do you feel like you did? Did you walk away feeling pretty good about your game?
Yes, sir.
Very cool. Carter and Amy joining us in studio talking about the Jacksonville Giants and him as a 10-year-old basketball player. Now, what would you say is the best part of your game, Carter?
The best part of my game is probably driving to the hoop and dishing.
I like it. You've got all the lingo down, too. Now, are you a righty or a lefty?
I'm a lefty.
Okay, a lefty. Now, Mom, did you realize that he just had this passion and was going to kind of run with this and start dishing in the lane from an early age?
I really did. He's just a natural athlete. He's amazing, and basketball seems to be his sport.
Now, does this come from your side of the family? Where does this athleticism come from?
I think it's a little bit of both. His dad is athletic. My brother plays basketball. That's his game. And his stepdad and his stepdad's brother, they both play rugby. So he's getting it from both sides, I think.
Well, Amy, that's a connection I didn't make, and sometimes I just don't figure it out, and neither does my phone, because you have alphabetical order for the first names, but not the last name, and your last name is Pope, and you are married to Taco Pope of the Jacksonville Axemen. That's got to be pretty cool, a professional athlete in the family.
Yes.
And then his brother is Apple, who I think I had on the show maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Did you realize at first that Taco was actually his real name? Did you think that was a nickname?
I did. I did.
Very neat. Amy and Carter joining us in studio right here from Miller on Sports in 1600 The Beach. You can listen online. Check us out at 1600thebeach.com. Now, Carter, I know there are a lot of Jacksonville Giants players at the camp this week, and also when you went last month. Who's your favorite Giants player?
My favorite Giants player is probably Anthony Jackson.
Is that? Have you ever seen somebody that's like 5'9", 5'10", and can dunk? He's kind of a small guy.
Yeah, he is. I don't know how he can dunk, but
he's got those leaping abilities. What can you say with your Jacksonville Giant? You either have to be tall or you got to leap, and he does the latter for sure. Carter, he's definitely your favorite basketball player. What did he teach you? Did he teach you any tricks in the lane? Do you feel like maybe in a few years you might be able to dunk like he does?
yeah, maybe.
Well, you're still only 10. You got a ways to grow and everything. Mom, how'd you hear about the Jacksonville Giants? Did he say, Mom, I really want to get into this. This is something I want to do?
Yeah, he's heard of the Giants. We also heard of the camp through the YBA, which Carter plays for, the Yulee Basketball Association. They promoted it, so a few of them from the YBA went and did the camp together and had a really good time. Excellent.
Now, you were telling me before we came on air that you were doing pretty well in the YBA. You were the league MVP?
Yes, sir.
Wow, and that's not going to your head or anything. You seem pretty normal for a 10-year-old. You didn't walk in with your trophy or your medal, so I appreciate that. Do you watch a lot of NBA, or are you more a college basketball fan?
I watch college more, so I know which one I want to go to.
Which teams are you keeping an eye out for? What university would you like to go to?
I would like to go to any university, it would be an honor just to play college basketball, but probably Kentucky because they won the Final Four.
Well, those are high hopes, which I always like for any listener, any guest in studio when they join me. You got to have high hopes. You got to dream. Indeed, it is Miller on Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. We go weekdays 4 to 6 p.m. Always brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes. It'd be an honor to play for any university in college basketball. Now, what about maybe a local school like a Jacksonville University or UNF?
I would play for them too.
Maybe I can make a few phone calls and see if you can meet with the coaches.
That'd be great.
That'd be good. Maybe have a sit-down lunch and see what your prospects are.
Yes, sir.
Well, it seems like Mom Amy has definitely taught you well. You like the aspect of him playing college athletics and maybe going to Kentucky?
I love it. I would support him all the way. I'd be at every game.
Now, he is a sibling. It's not just Carter. You've got a fairly newborn, 9 months old.
I do. His name is Caper.
Oh, that's nice. Is it difficult juggling the two, or you got it down to a science just yet?
I'm getting it down. Carter's a really big help. Real big help.
Well, nice. And I thank you again for coming down. I know y'all live in Fernandina Beach and making this trek. Carter, is it fun having a little brother?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Does he try and steal the basketball away from you?
No, but he tries to grab it, but it just rolls farther away from him.
Yeah. Well, maybe over the years that's something you can teach him with the ball handling skills and everything. Maybe you can be his Anthony Jackson and teach him how to dish and everything like that. I know the Jacksonville Giants gave you some tickets for the upcoming season. The first game is December 8th. You looking forward to that, Carter?
Yeah, it sounds really fun. I can't wait till it comes.
Yeah, well, I'd also like to open an invitation. I do the Jacksonville Giants TV for CW17 and also the radio, so I feel like y'all need to come on down, maybe do something, a VIP package, come on, sit down, and join me courtside. Would you like that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Love that.
All right. I like it. Carter Cox and Mother Amy Pope right here in studio for Miller on Sports. It's AM 1600 on your radio dial. Also 1600 The Beach. Make sure you listen online at 1600thebeach.com. Now, Carter, I've heard that you know some basketball stats. What do you know? Do you study books? Do you go on the internet? How do you have this knowledge?
I just watch the NBA and watch college. I don't watch them for entertainment. I watch to see what they do and see what plays they're doing and what they're doing.
Okay, well, give me a stat. Give me something that's stuck in your mind that you don't see as entertainment, but you see as knowledge.
I see how you have to make certain cuts and certain picks to get in certain positions to shoot.
So let's just say 5-10 years down the road, are you planning on being a point guard, shooting guard? What do you see your future as?
Probably either a point guard or a shooting guard.
Okay. And I'm sure NBA, we've got the off season. Were you pleased with the Miami Heat winning?
No.
No? Who's your team? Who do you have?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, well, are you still depressed, or have you gotten over it?
I've gotten over it.
Okay, that's probably for the best. Who do you like out of the big three? Do you like Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, or James Harden?
I like probably Kevin Durant.
So you're pretty much telling me you're a scorer. You're somebody that likes to shoot.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mom, is that always been kind of the way he's been, just always the shooter?
He has. He really has. He'll make that last-second shot from half court. Everyone jumps from the stands, and it's just really exciting to watch him. He's amazing.
And that's what y'all mentioned that before we came on air with the Yulee Basketball Association, that you've hit a few half-court shots so far. What was it, last season?
Last season and at the Jacksonville Giants camp.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So what do? Do you stand in the driveway and practice those shots?
No, it's like when it's the last second and you have the ball, for some reason when I shoot it, after I let go, I just know it's gonna go in. But sometimes when I shoot it, I'm like, oh, that ain't going in.
We're having fun. Carter Cox and Amy Pope joining me in studio. Coming back they'll still be with me right here. It is AM 1600 on your radio dial. Also 1600thebeach.com. We'll come back with Carter and Amy joining me in studio. We'll talk more basketball, some NBA, some college basketball. Any schools out there, college scholarships. Carter is definitely open. He's available for lunch to discuss the opportunities. We'll come back, talk more basketball, and Team USA. They're tipping off in about 2 minutes, so we'll talk about that and much more. Carter Cox joining me in studio, Amy Pope as well. It's Miller on Sports. More of the show after this. Carter and Amy joining me once again in studio on this Tuesday afternoon for 1600 The Beach. Now, Carter, we were talking about college scholarships and everything, and it seems to me, and your mom was telling me, it's pretty much been the summer of basketball for you.
Yes, sir. I did plenty of camps. Right now I'm in the Yulee High School camp, and that's really fun.
Excellent. Now, you did the middle school camp. That wrapped up, and now it's a high school camp?
Yes, sir.
So are you going up against, 12 and 13-year-olds, bigger kids?
Yes, sir.
Is that a little scary, or do you feel comfortable with that?
I feel comfortable, but when the first time I ever tried it, which was like a couple years ago, like after that game, I felt like it made me better.
I'm sure it did. And Mom, is that a little frightening when you see your little Carter going up against these bigger kids?
It is, but I'll tell you, my little Carter is really tough, so he can handle his own. And
especially, I'm looking at it, you've got the Pope family, the rugby family in it, so it's not like, if you get hurt or something, you've got some tougher guys to come back you up, right? They've got your back, I'm sure. Carter Cox and his mother, Amy Pope, joining us in studio, talking about the Jacksonville Giants and basketball and much more on this Tuesday afternoon. So you're at Yulee Elementary, and what, school goes back in, a couple weeks?
August 8th.
Wow, that's coming up quick. Are you hoping summer lasts forever?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite topic in school? What's your favorite subject?
Math. Math,
really? Your numbers? That's just the stats and everything from basketball? Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
I figured. So you've got math coming up. You've got school starting in just a little bit. Mom, I'm sure you're pretty excited as well. The kids getting back in school?
Oh, yeah.
Talking some basketball. Let's get back to some scholarships. You're talking about Kentucky and some of the bigger programs. We were discussing Anthony Davis during the break. Who is your favorite player on that Kentucky team? Did you have one?
No, I like all of them.
Maybe the guards, just because you're more of a ball handler?
Yeah, and they taught me when I watched their games.
Do you have these games recorded? Do you go back and watch them?
No, but
You take notes?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Talking some basketball right here on Miller on Sports. You can listen online. Check us out at 1600thebeach.com. What other college opportunities would you look at? Would it be any school out there? It'd just be an honor, like you'd say, to play college basketball. Besides Kentucky, any other favorite schools?
Probably Duke.
Maybe UNC?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the Jacksonville Giants camp. We were discussing Anthony Davis and a few other players were there. You got to meet, I think, their star, their MVP, Jermaine Bell.
Yes, sir.
Now, did he give you an autograph or anything like that?
Yeah, when they gave you like a shirt, they gave you a Jacksonville Giants national champion shirt, and like all the players sign it, and I got red, white, and blue ABA ball. Yeah, that was really fun.
Awesome. Carter Cox and Amy Pope joining us in studio, talking Miller on Sports, talking basketball, and much, much more. Now, Amy, is your hope that he can maybe get a college scholarship and see where this takes him?
Definitely, and I think he will. He's a hard worker. He's really dedicated. He is a natural athlete, but he's also really good in school. He has great grades, and I think he has a really big future ahead of himself. And
that's always a big key. You got to be hardworking in school, not just on the basketball court. You got to be the total package. Now, let's also talk about, is your favorite team, would you say, but besides the Oklahoma City Thunder, would you say it's the Orlando Magic?
No, 'cause not how they're doing.
And not how they're doing that. Were you a little upset that they lost Stan Van Gundy and their GM and all those guys?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was disappointing. And also, this Dwight Howard fiasco, it just goes on and on. Can you believe that this has lasted as long as it has?
No.
Do you expect him to stay in Orlando, or is he just going to go somewhere else?
No, I thought he was going to go to the Brooklyn Nets, but supposedly not.
Well, I think also it's a big deal if Orlando wants to make sure they get all the players they want and not deplete them of Dwight Howard and just kind of be, left empty-handed, and then you'd really kind of struggle there. How many Magic games do you think you've been to?
I've been to probably 3 straight seasons, and then probably another half season, and then 2 or 3.
Wow. Do you like the new arena, the Amway Center?
Yeah, I like the play place because they have 6 foot or baskets to you can dunk on and stuff.
Wow. Can you dunk on the 6 foot? Well, I would have brought a rim in here in a basketball if I knew we could have gotten maybe a highlight reel or anything. We were talking also about Team USA. They've got a game going on right now against Spain. I think their biggest rival in the Olympics. Have you been able to watch any of Team USA in this Olympic team?
I didn't get to watch the last game. I was probably outside playing basketball.
Well, I think that's a pretty good excuse. You're trying to get better, right? Of course. Now, do you try and stay inside? Because I went for a run today, and it's brutally hot out there.
No, I just keep hydrated and come in when I need some more water.
Mm-hmm. And for you, Amy, is that something that you have to do and say, Carter, all right, we got to come inside, no more basketball?
Yes.
Is that really what you're saying almost every single night?
Every single night. He would stay out there as long as he could until I drag him in every night.
Playing until it's completely dark outside
Yes.
and there's no light?
Yes.
I remember those days, playing until probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. Good stuff. Carter Cox and his mom, Amy Pope, joining us in studio, talking plenty of basketball right here on the program. You can listen online. Check us out at 1600thebeach.com. Do you think Team USA is going to win this gold medal?
Yeah, probably. The chances are high, but I don't think they're better than the Dream Team.
You don't? Wow, you answered the question before I even got to it. I like it. Now, let's pose this question. Let's say this team and the 92 Dream Team play in a best-of-7 game series. What are we talking about? Is it a 4-game sweep from the Dream Team?
No, I think that the Dreams team's still good, but not right now because they've gotten old.
Mm-hmm,
but if they would have, when they were playing the USA ball, they could have beat them.
At least 1 game is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, we were talking as well because you like the guys that can dunk, Anthony Jackson, the Giants. We brought up Blake Griffin and his knee injury. Were you a little disappointed when you heard about that?
Yeah, I wanted to see him dunk on people.
And I'm sure the Europeans and the Argentinians and all those, I'm sure they wanted to see him there as well. Do you think Spain's going to give Team USA some trouble?
Probably.
Because with this team, we've seen it that they're such good shooters, but the depth down low, you've got Tyson Chandler and Anthony Davis. It's tough to establish that post presence, and you've seen it with basketball. You need the big guys to get down low and create some dunks and presence.
Yeah.
Carter Cox and his mother, Amy Pope, joining us in studio. It is AM 1600 on your radio dial, also 1600 The Beach. So what are your plans going forward? Are you going to be playing basketball every single night for the next, 10 years plus?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
I hope to get a college scholarship.
All right. Well, I'll continue to make some phone calls, and I know how to get a hold of your mom, and we can figure something out. But if I could get you something with maybe JU or UNF, would that be okay?
That'd be great.
Okay. All right. Now, are we looking? Is it exclusively Division I, or would you be okay with Division II?
I'd be okay with Division II.
All right. I'll see what I can do. Carter Cox, 10-year-old basketball. I'd say pretty good player. Star. Is that okay? I'm sure your teammates are out there listening, so I don't want you to get too big of an ego, and his mother, Amy Pope. Amy, Carter, thank you again. Really enjoyed it, and you're always welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Carter and Amy right here on Miller on Sports. Speaking of basketball, we'll bring in Kevin Waters, talk about the Jacksonville Giants, their second summer camp going on this week. We'll discuss Team USA and a few other things coming back. You can always listen online. Check us out at 1600thebeach.com. More of the show. Stay tuned.